What's up, Guardians? Welcome to Schwille Gaming, where you can stay up to date with Destiny content. It is week 2 of Season 22 today, so I'm coming at you with some brand new lore from Season of the Witch. We have some stuff to unpack here, so let's get right into it. This week's story picks up with our Guardian taking a trip to the Athenaeum to catch up with Eris more about what happened last week and what the plan is moving forward. Eris recalls her transformation into Hive, talking about her expectations of what she had become. She says she instead feels she became more refined, more herself. Eris again mentions Ikora's concern for her, but says we need to keep pushing forward, that she needs more tithes. Interestingly enough, Eris is in her normal form here, so it seems that she can transform when she wants to. After our conversation with Eris, we get a cutscene about the sword logic. The sword logic is the way of the Hive. It's something we've heard mentioned a lot through Destiny lore, but here we get a more thorough explanation of it. The cutscene explains that Oryx saw whispers from the worms of Fundament, the home planet of the Hive, and they came up with the idea that all things must prove their right to exist while the rest die in terror. And this logic is unbiased. There are no exceptions to this logic. They call it simple, essential, and beautiful to know. And Oryx leads his sisters Xivu Arath and Savathun into the sword logic. Eris goes on to say we've been through all these conflicts that have changed us. We've become stronger. We've become free. She then says we will avail ourselves of our enemy's tools. This to me means we will fight Hive with Hive. And this is exactly what we're doing this season, using Hive magic to transform Eris and tie it to her so we can grow strong enough to take on Xivu Arath. Xivu believes every death proves the sword logic and that she exposes the Traveler as a liar through her blade. Eris says Xivu needs these things to be true. Maybe it's because if it's not true, then her entire purpose is useless, or it might even be because Xivu doesn't fully trust the witness. Eris goes on to say the Hive call us liars and deniers of the truth or the sword logic. But she does not take this power out of being desperate as Xivu Arath does, but out of desire. She wants this power as vengeance for what we have been through, from Crota to Oryx to Savathun. Eris wields their killers as a knife, their killers being us, the Guardians, who brought down Crota, Oryx, and Savathun. She says the Hive know this to be true just as much as their sword logic because she is here and they are not. After the cutscene, we get a radio message from Immaru, Savathun's ghost, of a recording between Savathun and Xivu Arath that takes place at the time we killed Oryx. Xivu is upset about Oryx's death and swears revenge. Savathun says, for what? The dead deserve to die, as the sword logic states. The logic Oryx and Xivu so deeply believe in, calling Oryx and Xivu hypocrites. Xivu says Oryx made their deaths a study. She goes on to say that she who has endured has done the same and will take up Oryx's mantle and become her true shape and meet them in battle. Xivu says she will fight this person and prove the sword logic true. Xivu is obviously talking about Eris here, when Immaru confirms that, saying Xivu thinks Eris is one of them, some kind of heir to Oryx, and that the ritual we did to transform her proves it. We then head back to the Athenaeum to witness a conversation between Eris and Drifter, where Eris thinks Drifter is there to tell her to be careful. Drifter is actually just curious about her transformation, and Eris explains what it's like to Drifter, and at the end of the conversation, Drifter tells Eris that he'll be there when she's on the other side of this, and Eris says the same. We then get one more piece of information from Immaru at the holoprojector in the helm. It's a recording from Savathun to Immaru where Savathun talks about the plan. If she dies, which she did, Immaru is to bide his time because the witness will eventually force us into a situation where we need her help, which also came true. Savathun tells Immaru to help with whatever we ask because it will all be worth it in the end. She also tells Immaru to make us think this is our idea. So pretty much everything we've been doing was all part of Savathun's plan, and yet again, the Witch Queen is 3 steps ahead of us. So this is quite a bit of information we've received today. Savathun is helping us because we have a common enemy, but how much of this is a trick since we are dealing with Savathun? How much can we actually believe? We'll pick up here as the story develops next Tuesday at Reset. If you guys enjoyed the video or found it informative, don't forget to leave a like and tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Go ahead and subscribe to stay up to date with Destiny content. As always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.